Hey, this is Irma. It's been a bit making this video in the car because why not? But I'm super excited to be back. It's January 1st today of 2021. Last year, as you probably know, world just completely turned upside down. So many people lost their lives, lost their ways of generating income. So it's been a really crazy, sad, anxiety-driven year. I'm hoping 2021 will be better, but we kind of have to just go to 2021 with optimism, and yeah, hopefully it will be better than this year. So this channel, if you haven't been on this channel in a while, I did change the name. Currently under Irma Works Remotely. I've been working remote since 2017, and I want to keep making videos about remote work and just working from home in general. There's many people that I think would be amazing folks to have come on this channel, talk about their experiences. And so I do hope in 2021 to start bringing in more experts and folks that can really talk about remote work with me and discuss, how they've made it work for them. I think, the main content of this channel is going to be around working from home, whether it's productivity or just, routines that you can follow. But on top of that, I am looking forward to just talking about what working from home really means, how to get started, what does success look like, what does it look like for an individual versus a company, and what companies should really be doing to support their employees during this time. So we're going to talk about a number of different things this year around working from home, and I really think it's an exciting year for telecommuting and remote work in general. So many companies are heading in that route anyway, after kind of being traditionally in an office physically, and so it's going to be really interesting to see how companies adapt, what sort of benefits they start to give their employees, and much more. It's just going to be an insane year to kind of just keep temperature on what's happening in the space. This video, I wanted to just touch on a quick thing around working from home when it comes to loneliness. I am not going to make this super long because I think I can definitely do another video talking more about what loneliness really means when you're working from home, how easy it is to fall into it, and things you can do to help with loneliness. In all, I think loneliness has been sort of put on the back burner, if I'm being completely honest. I think a lot of people, you talk about remote work being lonely, and we all know that it is, but very little tools are out there to support individuals who are just getting started for the first time, or companies that are now trying to, accommodate, support, and really show that they're there for their employees. When I think about loneliness, and even when I started working from home for the first time in 2017, the first few months of working from home were so hard. And I'm sure maybe some of you guys have felt this just during the pandemic. It's really hard coming away from your office where, all of these micro interactions were sort of given to you, right? They were kind of like these things that were just there. You didn't have to work for them. They kind of just appeared. Things like your coworker tapping on the shoulder, taking meetings in the conference room with your whole team, bumping into your coworker on the way up to the office in the elevator, right? All these micro interactions that we now don't have, and so we're sort of forced to either recreate them or not recreate them, and fall into this kind of hole of feeling isolated. And I'm reading this really great book that I'll make a video on, hopefully in this month, but just around loneliness and how, the more lonely we feel, the less motivated we are to actually go out and try to meet new people, help somebody, be part of a big group, attend a happy hour, go to a game activity your company's throwing, because you sort of feel like nobody cares about you. And I think that resonated with me so much because the first year of my working remote life, I honestly felt like I was on an island. I didn't feel like anybody was really there. My coworkers just felt like avatars in Slack. And so that feeling of, people care about you, you're respected, kind of all these things we need to thrive as humans were sort of ripped from me. And I didn't know how to recreate them. I didn't know what to do about it. So I kind of just let it be. I just focused on my work. I wasn't as productive, but I was still doing my work. And so as you can see, sort of as I'm telling the story, there are certain things that I went through years ago that now people are going through for the very first time. And so if we don't attack this problem of isolation, if we don't attack the problem of loneliness, we actually start putting our country, our world, or the earth, the planet, everybody, in a place where they're disconnected, in a place where, you know, they aren't creating social bonds, where they aren't sharing their stories, where they aren't teaching. And so you start creating people that just aren't curious anymore. They're just complacent with what it is today. And so when I think about loneliness and how we can solve for it, you know, I think there's many ways. And I'm hoping, you know, through this channel, I can kind of document, you know, as we talk to more people, as we bring on more experts, hopefully diving into how do we kind of like delete isolation, or at least get to a place where, you know, we all don't feel isolated all the time. I think at this moment, many people are feeling isolated. You know, if you think about elderly folks, if you think about college students, you know, these are folks that are sort of being put into, hey, you have to social distance. I mean, everybody has to do this, but these communities of people are sometimes getting hit even harder, right? Because they don't have access. And so I'm hoping part of my work this year, you know, through my work with Cafecito, which you can check out down below, my work with, you know, just blogging, talking about this on Twitter, we can really start to sort of normalize the fact that, like, working from home is isolating, but now it's like, what can we do about it, right? If you have any ideas, if you're doing anything to help you feel less isolated, please leave them down below in the comments. Would love to hear what you're going through, but also hear what you're doing about it in your own way. And so, talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. And again, I appreciate you sticking with me on this channel. If you're new, hello, welcome. Please subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.